With COVID running rampant right now, it can be really difficult to get your hands on a brand new bike. As such, the used bike market is really hot, and one of the popular models out on the used bike market is the Trek Marlin. Now what I have here is a 2013 Gary Fisher edition. They made this bike in 2011, 12, and 13. This bike here has a 19-inch frame. It's a 48-centimeter frame. Let's first see how I fit. I'm 5'11" and about 190 pounds. All right, so next we'll take some close-up shots and talk about the features and specs of this bike. I purchased this bike new back in 2013, which makes this bike 8 years old now. I paid around $600 at the time. The bike's performed quite well on the trails and has handled the abuse I put it through. In my opinion, many of the components on this Trek bike seem to be of higher quality than today's new bikes priced between $600 and $700. Take the Bontrager AT650 handlebars and Tektro levers. These are built solid. My bike here still has the original levers. No bent levers here. Levers on many newer bikes appear to be stamped from a thin sheet of aluminum and bend way too easily. The only upgrade I've done to this bike is new pedals. I swapped out the cheap slippery nylon Welgo pedals that came with the bike with a studded pair of Rock Brothers. This upgrade was a definite improvement since I typically ride wearing my gym shoes. In the 8 years that I've owned this bike, I've only had one part fail on me. One of the gears on the rear Shimano cassette shattered into several fragments when I was climbing a steep hill. A replacement cassette cost about $30, and after about an hour of labor, I was up and running again. This bike rolls on 29-inch tires that are 2 inches wide in the front and 2.2 in the rear. The Bontrager AT650 wheels have kept their shape despite the abuse I've thrown at them. The anodized hubs are a nice cosmetic feature to boot. Since this bike is an older bike, it does have a traditional 3x8 gear set for a total of 21 different ratios, which is way too many in my opinion. The trend now is to have a single chainring in the front and 10 to 12 gears in the rear. Modern day mountain bikers prefer the reliability and simplicity of this type of setup. Regardless, the Trek's 3x8 setup works well. The front chain rings are geared with a 22, 32, and 42 teeth setup, while the rear cassette ranges from 11 to 34 teeth, so you have all the ratios you could ever possibly need. The SRAM X4 derailleur has been reliable as well, and has only required occasional adjustment. The SRAM rapid shifters make shifting a breeze, but it's important to keep the shift cables lubricated to ensure smooth, easy operation. The bike has mechanical disc brakes with 6-inch rotors. Many newer bikes have switched to hydraulic disc brakes. Both work well if properly maintained. The Suntour XCM front forks offer 100 millimeters of travel. They are by no means top of the line at this price point, but they will certainly add a lot of comfort to any ride. I've had no issues with mine. The most expensive part of the bike, the frame, has performed quite well. The aluminum used in this frame appears to be of a heavier gauge than some new bikes. When you tap on some of the newer bike frames, they sound a bit like a thin tin can. I would worry about denting the frame if I were to hit an obstacle. I just don't have that same worry with the Trek frame here. The paint has held up well too. No chips, no flaking, no fading. So overall, this Trek Marlin is a great bike that's built to last. The bike has just the right combination of high quality components and value, which will make it a good choice for people shopping for bikes under $500 on the used market. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please subscribe and check out my other mountain biking related videos here on my channel.